just don't think that Republicans honestly should be deciding who the Democratic nominee is. I think Democrats should decide who the Democratic nominee is. I think open primary systems are idiotic. And so if I were you, I'd frankly stay out of it. Now, you're in South Carolina. What's your feel down there for how things are going?
Well, similarly, I voted for Obama back in 2008, and obviously we see how that went. But I feel like this election is just a little bit different, considering who Bernie Sanders is and his ideologies. And obviously, I don't want to make the same mistake again. But like I said before, along with you, I think he's just a dangerous candidate for our country.
I totally agree with you. I think he's a disaster. I just think that, again, better news for Republicans to stay out of business that is not ours, and it is not our job to pick the Democrats' nominee for them. Clint, really appreciate the call. Ezra in New York, you're on the Ben Shapiro Show. Go for it, Ezra.
Hey, Ben. Thank you so much for taking my call. How are you doing today?
Doing well. Go for it, sir.
I kind of want to leave him drunk, too.
I was wondering, theoretically, what do you think would be a better system, an electoral college system or a popular vote?
So I do like the Electoral College. The reason I like the Electoral College
keeps
is
Republicans
specifically because the American system is a system that takes into account states.
They're on the wrong side of history.
Takes into account localities.
They're dying out due to age.
I think that the presidency is becoming increasingly powerful. The Electoral College has become more and more of an issue and more powerful. I understand the case for a popular vote system. I really do. Every person's vote counting exactly the same. But the reality is that one of the questions is whether you believe that you would stay in a system where you're perennially doomed to lose. And if you are in a smaller state...
Even while drunk, mask off. Yeah, I understand the other system. I understand proportional voting. I understand one vote, one person. That makes sense. That's, I think, what we call democracy. I've heard of such a thing, democracy. We've spoken about it before. But at the end of the day, if we're going to lose every year, what's the point? I don't give two shits. Yeah, I'm for the Electoral College for the simple reason that we'll just keep on winning. We'll win in perpetuity. And to the person also asking, why is this so funny? Because Ben Shapiro, when he's drunk, all the ramblings and terrible things that he says in chipmunk speed, it turns out that they're the same things you would hear from the guy at the bar sitting by himself, constantly turning over to you, spinning around. And like, hey, buddy, I want to talk to you about Electoral College. It's just, if you perennially lose, what's the point, right? That's why. It makes perfect sense.
And you are never campaigned to because you live in a smaller state and everybody just hangs out all the time in Boston, New York, LA, and Chicago. Then why would you consent to be ruled by a group of people far away from you or being pandered to by politicians? The Electoral College at least makes
He's honest when he's drunk. He's really honest when he's drunk.
A sort of national
He's explaining this perfectly.
And take into account interests that are not going to be represented popularly maybe as much as they should be in terms.
I want to help our drunk friend out. Why not just fascism? Or at least authoritarianism. At the very least, right? We could start there. That way you don't have to worry about this at all. In fact, you'd save a lot of time. There's no elections every single year. You would just have the exact same government who hopefully are benevolent. It would solve this problem entirely. Why even have elections in the first place?
Terms of what is necessary to keep a democracy going. In order for a democracy or a republic to continue, people who lose an election have to feel that the risks of breaking away are greater than the risks of staying. And if you are constantly losing elections because you're being ignored, I think that actually increases the risk that there's going to be more of this tribalism and polarization in American politics, Ezra.
Hey you, yes, you. Do you like cozy environments with other wholesome people? Well then come join the Discord. It's got a whole bunch of stuff to help you with creative endeavors, such as stock footage, royalty-free music, and an amazing community of people looking to help each other out and uplift your content. Join the Discord now by going to weareserfs.com. That's weareserfs.com.
We would like to thank Miranda Marone. You are our monarch, and we thank you for our indentured servitude. We would like to thank our lords, Ricky Pilgrim, I'm Raft, Michaela Schmid, Tomospin, Ferrer Tajon. You are all the pillars of our organization. To our Knights of the Square Table, Paul Parafit, Daniel Kahn, Clement Chutskoff, Alan R., Josh Mickelson, and Dr. Zayas, Cooper Pilot, Andrea Lynn Epperly, Dylan Bythe, Terry, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. And to our merchants, thank you for taking mercy upon us.